zone by zone, community by community, square inch by square inch. We will establish and restore public order, citizen security, and public safety. We will make Jamaica safe again.
As government continues to clear, hold, and build communities across the island, you too can join the effort. How, you may ask? By calling 1-888-225-ZOSO and telling the police what you know about criminal activities happening in your neck of the woods. We all have a part to play if Jamaica is to fulfill its promise of being the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Your favorite magazine program starts right now.
Oh God, I really wish I could retire right now. It's high time I start my own business.
Well, honey, don't you think you should apply to the early retirement program? Look how long we are talking about that.
You know, you're right.
The SERP is for eligible government employees between 50 and 59 years old. Speak with your HR department or see the press for details.
Deadline extended to February 28. Apply today.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, February 19. Government is projecting 2.5% real economic growth for the 2018-2019 fiscal year. The projection is contained in the 2018-2019 Fiscal Policy Paper, which was tabled in the House of Representatives by Finance and Public Service Minister Audley Shaw last Thursday. The policy paper also projects average growth of 2.1% up to fiscal year 2021-2022. It's predicated on the continued strengthening of most industries, chief among them mining and quarrying, which is expected to see growth of 25%, due largely to increased global demand for aluminium. The local industry is also expected to benefit from market diversification, particularly targeting the Asian bloc. At the same time, the agriculture, fishing and forestry industry is expected to rebound from the effects of bad weather in 2017 to record 7% growth in the new fiscal year. Growth is also projected for hotels and restaurants and the electricity and water sector. The Jamaica Dairy Development Board is projecting a 15% increase in local milk production this year, building on a 10% increase in 2017. Chairman of the Jamaica Dairy Development Board, JDDB, Donald Elvey, says local dairy output increased by 1.3 million litres last year, and a further 2 million litre increase is expected this year.
Our goal of achieving 20 million litres of milk by the year 2020 is on track, and we believe by 2019, based on the projections in this industry, we will achieve that target.
He says the Jamaica Dairy Development Board will be rolling out a series of initiatives to support this growth. It includes a project that will be rolled out shortly to encourage dairy farmers who've exited the industry to resume production with support from the board. Steps will also be taken to improve the facilities at the Bodles Research Station, while farmers will shortly be provided with about 300 dairy heifers. The JDDB's chairman says the Mombasa Grass Project that was initiated to assist dairy farmers explore the potential of the grass will be revitalized. Approximately 1,000 acres of pasture will be planted this year.
These initiatives are aimed at providing better nutrition, increasing or improve genetic animal with the capacity to produce more to our farmers. There's also an initiative to introduce improved bloodline into Jamaica. And I will not say much on this because we are in this discussion with the veterinary division of the ministry.
In the meantime, dairy farmers from Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, and St. Thomas have received approximately $5 million worth of fertilizer and attendant supplies to help improve production. The supplies were handed out during a ceremony at the Rhymesbury Dairy Farmers Cooperative Building in Clarendon on Friday. The donation represents collaboration among the Jamaica Dairy Development Board, Newport Fersan Jamaica Limited, and Nutrimix. Agriculture Minister Carl Samuda used the occasion to urge dairy farmers to take steps to boost production and improve their competitiveness.
The challenge for me as the minister is to determine what are the best strategies to enable you to improve your production. One of the strategies that we have to pursue is a collective strategy between the ministry and especially RADA and the dairy board to see how best we can mix our resources to ensure that the farmers can get their fields irrigated on a regular basis.
Work to construct a new pharmacy at the Linstead Hospital in St. Catherine has moved a step closer to fruition. Chief Executive Officer at the National Health Fund, Everton Anderson, says the contract for this has been endorsed by the National Contracts Commission.
And we hope to sign that contract in very short order. So that's a big thing for us.
Mr. Anderson was speaking at the recent reopening of the Linstead Hospital's expanded A&D department. The hospital was also presented with a check donation of $600,000, representing proceeds from TradeWind's True Juice yearly fundraising event, the 5K Run, 20K Run Walk, and 20K Rides. The Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica will be implementing the Energy Management and Efficiency Program this fiscal year. The program is expected to reduce electricity consumption and carbon dioxide in public sector facilities. It should also reduce travel times and fuel consumption and increase the Science, Energy and Technology Ministry's capacity to update the Integrated Resource Plan for the island. This was disclosed by the Governor-General during his throne speech in Parliament.
This year, Jamaica's economic development will be enhanced by the science and technology sectors through growth in industries, increased production of value-added products, innovations, increased number of local patents being registered, employment, and the energy sector through the development of energy infrastructure, security, and efficiency to sustain the productive sectors.
The program is being sponsored by the Inter-American Development Bank and the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And finally, Jamaica is set to host the 35th staging of the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO's, Regional Conference for Latin America and the Caribbean. It will be held at the Montego Bay Conference Center in St. James from March 5 to 8. The event will focus on several issues, including ending rural poverty, promoting climate resilience and sustainable agriculture, and eradicating hunger. Delegates will also address overweight and obesity and creating a new FAO to move towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Addressing the recent media launch, Agriculture Minister Carl Samuda welcomed the conference, which hasn't been hosted in Jamaica in 50 years.
This conference, we're looking forward to it, to exchange views with our colleague ministers in the CARICOM region. We are looking forward to the suggestions that will be made. We're particularly happy that our Prime Minister has consented to be the main speaker at the conference, because he is someone who is seized of the significance that agriculture has on the growth of our country, our economy.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Don't make diseases spread. Wash your hands with soap and water instead. Wash them regular or use a hand sanitizer. Make sure the germs them dead. Touching your eyes or your mouth or your nose. Wash your hands before you do things like those. After you use the bathroom before preparing food, come on, wash your hand them clean.
Part of Jamaica Day is to validate in our students, to be proud of Jamaica, to be proud of our history, and promoting clearly our values.
So back to back to back, my baby, front to front to front, my baby, side to side to side, my baby, and this is what she told me.
So
Jamaica Day is back, and as it's been since 2002, on the last Friday in February. So the 2018 staging will be on the 23rd. In previous years, the celebration has concentrated on a variety of themes, such as the dialects, the arts, outstanding women, and sports.
The theme for Jamaica Day this year is celebrating Jamaica, nurturing our cultural and natural heritage.
Schools will celebrate the nation's cultural and natural attributes.
We want our schools, our students to mount displays and have conversations about food, art, indigenous plants, protection of the environment, among other issues. We would love to see the creation of innovations that can be used to preserve our cultural and natural heritage displayed in our schools on Jamaica Day. Many will argue that modern technology is helping to erode our cultural tools and practices, but these innovations will play a part in preserving them. Every year, a school in a different region is selected as the featured school for Jamaica Day. In no particular order, we ensure that each region gets a chance to host. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information's Civic, Citizenship and Culture and Education Planning Committee, which is made up of representatives from a number of organizations, decided that the featured school and region this year will be Monroe College, located in the Breadbasket Parish of St. Elizabeth, Region 5.
A focus school is also selected for each region.
I pledge the continued and the undying support of the JTA to all our schools in making Jamaica Day 2018 one of the best.
Isn't it not an outreach and a violation of human rights to expect a land so splendidly endowed, so vast, rich, populous to remain merely passive? Surely unity is what we need to complete our work of regeneration. When success is not assured, when the state is weak, results are distant to see, all men hesitate. As soon as we are strong to achieve our cultivation and virtues that will indeed lead to glory. Thank you.
It is clear that the symbolism of the day is resonating across the length and breadth of the island. Perhaps one of the greatest success stories of Jamaica Day is that the spirit in which we observe the day has gone beyond our educational institutions.
This is freedom, freedom, liberation. Freedom, freedom for all Asian. Freedom, freedom for all nation. A book man and a save Jamaica. And what me say, man?
Join in the celebration on February 23, Jamaica Day. Don your black, green, and gold, as this little island is the globe's cultural superstate.
The Disabilities Act will protect the rights of all persons with disabilities. And here's a great teaching moment. Every person with a disability, like a deaf or hard of hearing child, for example, has the right to an education with accessible facilities and the support they need. In this case, it would be a teacher who can use the language of the deaf, which is sign language. Visit jcpdja.com. A message from the JCPD, an agency of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
Government is committed to social justice, especially as it relates to the full participation of the disabled in the society. In addition to the passage of the Disabilities Act, the state supports the work of the Abilities Foundation, the only school of its kind in the region.
Lexley is preparing for another day at Jamaican Teas, where he works as assistant to the factory manager and the company's hazard analysis and critical control points coordinator. He is among the men and women who, despite their physical, mental, or social limitations and impairments, are learning to create value and purpose with the skills they have acquired. His life has been changed significantly because of the services provided by the Abilities Foundation.
Life was sort of weird in many ways. A lot of wasting of time in terms of parties, but yet still wanted to achieve something, but the opportunity wasn't there.
It was through a group of concerned parents, stakeholders, that their children who were disabled, after graduating high school, they had nowhere else to go. And they raised a telethon to raise funds to establish a skills training center. And through that, Abilities Foundation was born in October 1992. Abilities Foundation is a unique institution. It's the only institution in the Caribbean and in Jamaica that caters to all disabilities.
The foundation was established to meet two primary objectives: increase the employability of persons with disabilities and teach good work ethics to young adults with disabilities to prepare them for integration into society.
The training programs I was engaged in is office administration. Being at the Abilities Foundation and being a person with disabilities, basically you are comfortable because you are amongst persons with disabilities and their understanding of conditions. I learned that there.
The courses offered through the Abilities Foundation seek to provide opportunities for full participation and equality. These programs open new skill areas and, whenever possible, are crafted within existing social, education, and labor trends. The foundation currently offers 5 training programs: housekeeping levels 1 and 2, furniture making, data operations levels 1 and 2, design and decor soft furnishing, horticulture and landscaping.
What we do is that we give them an in-house test. If they are capable of passing it at 70%, we send them up to do what you call an assessment. The assessment is done by outside persons from Heart, and they do the assessment and finish the program, certified through Heart. If they are not capable, then they will give them what you call a unit competency. That unit competency is a document or paper showing that they are capable of doing these units.
The foundation also provides a functional life skills curriculum which focuses on the students' transition to the workforce, as well as remedial English and mathematics, money awareness and management.
I assist them with preparation of their resumes, their cover letters, searching for different employment opportunities. One of my major functions is to provide them with placement sites so that they can get job experience.
For the past couple of years, we have been with the NYS, and we recognize that after that's a summer program, but we recognize that after they are placed in the summer program, it's easier for us to go back to those places to get permanent placement for them because they see what they can do and not their disability.
The foundation has been able to extend its reach and service offerings through grant funding from the Japanese Policy Human Resources Development Grant Program. The grant was provided through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security's Social and Economic Inclusion Project for persons with disabilities.
What this project endeavors to do is to build the capacity of the institution through professional development courses for the staff. A major component of this project is to assist the students with a training stipend, and it is targeted for those who are path beneficiaries. The project also provides them with a job placement officer and a job coach. So when we place them on jobs, we also give them a coach to mentor and help them throughout the process.
The foundation continues to open doors for persons with disabilities and equip them with the requisite skills and knowledge to become productive Jamaican citizens. The Abilities Foundation, creating opportunities for the exceptional.
get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, Bolt and a Sapa.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the hyping. You think that's so? We reach our aging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
February is Heart Month, and we want to ensure that this most essential organ remains healthy, particularly for our youth. Take a look.
Over the years, the prevalence of smoking among our youth from as early as age 13 has been steadily spiraling upward. The most recent Global Tobacco Youth Survey showed that smokers in the age group 13 to 15 increased from 15% to nearly 25% over a 9-year period. This trend is of concern, considering the ill effects of smoking.
Cigarette smoking is associated with nearly every cancer you can imagine. Cancer of the tongue, cancer of the breast, cancer of the cervix, cancer of the pharynx, cancer of the stomach, just to name a few.
There are over 4,000 chemicals in cigarettes that are harmful to the human body.
For example, chemicals that are found in embalming fluid, what is used to preserve dead bodies, chemicals which are found in rat poison, insecticide, chemicals that are found in battery. All of these chemicals are found in cigarette.
Among young people, the short-term health consequences of smoking include respiratory and non-respiratory effects, addiction to nicotine, and the associated risk of other substance abuse. Long-term health consequences of youth smoking are reinforced by the fact that most young people who smoke regularly continue to smoke throughout their adult years. Tobacco can affect youth activities and athletic performance as it narrows blood vessels and puts a strain on the heart.
In addition to traditional cigarette smoking, there have been some rising new trends among our youth.
We have observed a lot of parties, what they call the hookah parties. So the hookahs now comes in different flavors. So there's this myth about there that the hookah pipe is much safer than the smoking cigarette because the water inside of it actually filters out the smoke. But the research it actually does show that the hookahs still can cause cancer, TB, or even an STI because most persons, when they share the tip of they don't change it. So if a person has one STI, actually can pass to the other person.
Then there are e-cigarettes.
The e-cigarettes don't have tobacco per se, but they have nicotine, they have other chemicals in it, and many of them come flavored. They are glamorized, right, because many of them are marketed by celebrities, and they are touted as being relatively safe. But not because they don't have tobacco and many of the other chemicals that are seen in cigarettes, they are not necessarily safe. They do have other chemicals. And one chemical that is seen in some of the flavorings that are used in e-cigarettes is called diacetyl. Diacetyl is a chemical that was used to make the buttery flavor that was used to give microwave popcorn that taste. It was then banned because the factory workers in the factories making the microwave popcorn got ill.
Another popular smoking option among teenagers is marijuana. But does marijuana or ganja smoking pose any risk to the teenage smoker?
The research does show that there's a big difference between a teenager smoking and an adult smoking. And the simple fact is this, is that your brain is not fully developed until age 22, 23. So there's a part of the brain which controls the executive function of the body, weighing consequence, all of these different things. So when you start using drugs at an early age, it actually impacts that part of the brain. So that's why you do have some of the students, so if you realize they're not doing well in class, right? It's like they get very upset or angry easily. All the research shows that once you start smoking from an early age, the long-term consequences are more severe. For example, in the 30s, if you start smoking as a teenager, later on in life, when it lowers your IQ level.
The Jamaica Cancer Society cites peer pressure, stressful relationships, and unresolved challenges at home as the three main reasons for teenage smoking.
Unfortunately, many young persons are under the mistaken impression that cigarettes eliminate stress. This is certainly not so. We therefore encourage students to seek help from their parents and teachers to resolve any issues that they may be facing. Do not turn to smoking for answers.
To help teenagers quit smoking, there is the Fresh Start Smoking Cessation Program, offered by the Jamaica Cancer Society in association with the American Cancer Society.
This is a comprehensive 4-session group-based course that covers issues such as nicotine addiction, managing withdrawal symptoms, weight control, stress management, recognizing and planning for possible obstacles to quitting, staying tobacco-free, and enjoying being a non-smoker.
There's also an annual anti-tobacco youth forum held in February to educate high school students about the dangers of smoking.
Many young people feel that lung cancer in particular is a disease of the elderly and that they have years ahead of them before the dangers of smoking will affect them. So it is our responsibility to educate and to be able to tell our younger folk, don't start if you haven't started, and to stop if you actually have, because the dangers of cigarette smoking actually start from day one, from that first cigarette.
For more information on programs to help teens quit smoking, contact the Jamaica Cancer Society at 927-4265 or visit their website at jamaicacancersociety.org. You may also call the National Council on Drug Abuse at 926-9002-4 or visit their website at ncda.org.jm.
So here are the facts.
7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active, eat healthy,
and start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day, along with proper nutrition, can go a long way.
To prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
And that's how we close out Jamaica Magazine, but only for today. Be sure to join us tomorrow around about the same time right here on this station. We're also available online at your leisure. There's our website, jis.gov.jm, and our pages on all the major social media platforms. And if you choose to send us a private note, you may do so by emailing jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.